Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Got a battle on the Paris map, and we've got Captain Oz from Juicy Clan, and he's in the Gryphon. That is the most recent assembly shop vehicle, tier 10 British heavy tank. Has a 2-shot auto reloader. And I can basically do a double shot with it, or use single shots and use the reverse auto loading to just keep cycling one shell. Obviously the second shell takes a bit longer to load than the first one. Alright, now it's got an interesting turret, so it's similar to the M6Y, I guess, in that sense, so pretty narrow. And there we go, we've got a hold down position, pretty powerful position here. First 2 shots didn't go in, a bit unfortunate, but now you can see he's on the first shot here, and in fact he gets damage on the I7. Pretty much going through the side of the pike nose, given the angle, and pretty much straight on, so fortunate for the I7 player. As he's come around the corner, I guess not much he can do about that. Now he's got the E3 there, goes through there. It's already up to 1.3k damage in the first minute or so, so you can see the DPM is pretty good, particularly if the targets are there. Penetrates the I7 again. So far he's blocked the only incoming shot. No one's managed, apart from that, managed to land a shot on him. This can opener could be dangerous, and the E3 of course, now it goes through it again, so pretty handy. Now of course CaptainOz is only using the premium shell. The pen is not fantastic, but I think it's about 311 from memory. No problem going through the weak spots on the lower plate of the E3. And the E3 just sitting out in the open pretty much. There you go, the can opener goes through him, probably through the turret, and again the can opener not having any problem penetrating, so he needs to deal with this can opener, and that's exactly what he does. Lands a shot, but you can see he's pretty much using the single shot mechanism. Okay, now it looks like he's waiting for the second shot to load, but of course he's being pushed on by this can opener, so he does need to do something there. Blocks the incoming round from the E3, that was fortunate. And he can probably get rid of this can opener. Bang, sends him back to the garage. So gets his first kill. Team is up a little bit, not anything significant at this stage. And it's just flinging shots down range there, trying to get rid of this E3. He might get him on this one. And yes, he does. So just a happy swing. Gets sent back to the garage. And now we've got still got some dangerous tanks in front of him. This is an all tier 10 battle, so nothing should be taken for granted in these games. But trading shots with the Object 140 at about the same rate. At 140 having no problems going through him. That's taken him down to 150 hit points, so does the right thing and gives up that position. Let's see if he can do any more damage without taking any more of his own. That's the question. That E100 not able to put a shot into him yet. He's just checking the angles though. Would have put a shot in if that had presented itself. But now needs to basically find some other targets and let people with more hit points deal with that particular line. Alright, bad chat goes for him, and he gets one shot in, and the second one. So the 2 shots you can see come out pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot of lag between them, but now of course he's on the reload, but you can see his first shot's reloaded already. Just does critical damage to the bat chat with the third one I should say, and is just under 7k damage. We have not completed 5 minutes of the game yet. Okay, bat chat goes down, that's good. As he's only got 150 hit points, doesn't want to take any incoming rounds. But there is a FB 215B183 up there. Just needs him to be spotted. Alright, he's spotted, so can he get an angle on him? Well, he can because he's crossing, and he's crossing sideways. So one shot in, second shot goes in, yes. So that takes him over 7k. They are making inroads into the enemy here, although the hit points are pretty balanced. There's not a lot in this game still. They have 3 tanks up, which is good. But clearly they've got a lot of damaged tanks, so CaptainOz just going after this FV. Can he get the kill? No need. And he does get spotted, but luckily at this point no one is able to shoot at him. You can come back and perhaps deal with the heavy tank line if they're pushing. We've got the Foch B there. And CaptainOz just trying to give him some support without getting into trouble himself. So checking the corner, that gives him the opportunity to drive forward quickly, get out of range. So the first shot goes into the 4, gets their penetration, and does get spotted, so it's doing the right thing here. Wait till he goes dark, or they're distracted, and come around the corner here. Maybe deal with this Tessac or the I-7. The I-7's at a bit longer range, he might not spot him as he comes around the corner. One shot goes in, and the second one, and no, he doesn't get lit, so yeah, the view range on the I-7 not quite dealing with it. You can see the circle there, he's not that far away, but for whatever reason, oh, Tessac's after him. No, he should be reloaded by the time the Tessac comes around the corner. No, Tessac holds back, maybe he's on reload himself, so he'll come around. Oh no, he tries to anticipate him, but no problem, catches him just enough angle and gets rid of the Tessac. So it's closing in on 10k. Now this is where things are getting sweaty. No, it's sweating no longer. Straight away gets his 10k. And that is the end of the game. So just right in the last shot almost, he gets his target. Great result. Alright, we've got the battle results here. So 3 kills, 10k of damage. Great result there. Blocked 2.6k. And we've got a lot of medals here, so let's go through them. So Confederate Award for damaging at least 7 tanks that were killed by your team. Cool-headed for bouncing shots, and High Caliber Award, not surprisingly. And what is this one here? This is the Spartan Award, also for surviving ricochets from an enemy team player when you've got less than 10% of your hit points. So it's very similar to the Cool-headed Award. And Steel Wall for the blocking there. Ace Tanker badge, of course. And we did note that he's already got 1 mark of excellence on that tank, and it hasn't been around that long, so he's doing pretty well here. Certainly doing 10k in a tank is going to put you up the list a great deal. So leading the team there, of course, with damage nearly 3 times the next best player, which was the TVP, and he's picked up 1494 base experience, which at tier 10 is pretty awesome. Only 1 other tank doing over 2k, so if it wasn't for those 2 vehicles, this team would have been really in the poo. On the enemy side, Object 140 that he faced actually was doing pretty well, dealt nearly 4k himself. Batchat did over 3k, so they were the standouts in terms of damage, but reasonable spread across the other top tanks, but not enough to stave off CaptainOz. So he's ended up firing 28 shots, again always good output from a heavy tank, particularly when the battle doesn't last that long. Look at the battle duration, 6 minutes 38 seconds, 27 hits, 24 penetrations, and that gave him his total. You can see cost wise, yeah, this is assembly shop, not a premium vehicle at all, so he's ended up costing him just under 60k for his ammunition and consumables. Anyway, great game there from CaptainOz. Thanks very much for supplying the content. I hope if you're watching this that you get something out of it, and if so, please give it a thumbs up. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.